Well, hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers. My name is Kanav Bali and you're watching the Cricket Next YouTube channel, and it's time for the T20I fireworks to begin between India and Bangladesh. We are here to preview the T20I series. इंडिया ने अपना प्रीव्यू दिखा दिया था कानपुर में आखिरी 2 दिन में जिस तरीके से उन्होंने बैटिंग की थी. दे शोड कि T20 आने वाला है और कुछ ऐसा आपको दिखेगा. But the official T20I series is here. We have a lot to talk about. A lot of players are involved. बहुत नए चेहरे होंगे. टेस्ट टीम बिल्कुल अलग है अब इंडिया की, और T20 टीम एकदम यंगस्टर्स. विराट, रोहित, जडेजा जा चुके हैं, रिटायर हो चुके हैं. सूर्य कुमार यादव को मिल गया है वो कमान T20I सेटअप को आगे लेके जाने का. देयर इज अ लॉट टू डिस्कस एंड विद मी आई हैव as usual Jamie Alter and Taus Rizvi, and we will discuss the T20I series here. Hi Jamie, hi Taus. Well, from the whites to the Indian blues, we have transported to the T20I series. Now Jamie, I'll start with you. India versus Bangladesh T20I series. Yes, India is, with all due respect to Bangladesh, a slightly stronger side than Bangladesh in the shortest format. They are the World Cup champions. But as a viewer, what are you looking forward to the most from the Indian team? But any specific players, any specific combination? What are you the most excited for?
It's very tough, Kanav, to be honest, to find the excitement between a gripping test series and then one more starting, 10 days from now, and these utterly three useless T20s. Unfortunately, because there's no T20 World Cup on the horizon, so T20, जब भी one day World Cup साल होता है, तो you know कि the planning कहाँ जा रही है. T20 World Cup तो team जीत गया है. Transitional team. I think the fact that they've only picked one opener says how seriously BCCI is even taking this series, right? It's just one of those things we have to go through. We have to watch it. We have to find the strength to talk about it. क्या ही बात करेंगे यार इंडिया बांग्लादेश के बारे में. I mean, it's a bilateral series at home. इंडिया घर पे bilateral series हारती नहीं है, you know. And with all due respect, like we've been talking about Bangladesh now for the last few weeks, इतना experience है, but they're not a challenging team. And again, if you want a prediction from me, I mean, sometimes we get wrong, but even this Indian team, which has so many new players, Jitesh Sharma's coming back, Sanju Samson को एक और chance दिया, पता नहीं क्यों. This team will beat Bangladesh 3-0 because that is the stature that Indian cricket has, especially when playing at home, you know. So let's see what else we can what motivation we can find to talk about. Mayank Yadav ki baat to I'm sure you'll ask us question on that. That's perhaps one thing.
Yeah.
Uske aage, I mean, I personally have nothing really. I might not even watch half the matches except for if Mayank Yadav gets a chance to play, yeah, because fantastic. I'm still wondering how Rohit's team pulled off that win, yeah, on that final day, you know. And we have New Zealand coming. और उस बीच किसने कहा कि यार चलो 3 T20 खेलते हैं यार. Just one of those things which makes very little sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the men in blue in out of the blue T20I series, जिसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं थी, as Jamie said, between two test series. But Taus, we'll come to the specific players. But your overall preview to the India versus Bangladesh T20I series, what do you have to say?
No, nothing great. India favorites. I mean, they're going to win 3-0. I mean, India, Bangladesh haven't put up any kind of contest in Test cricket. So this is somewhere we can still say कि यार T20 cricket है, limited overs है, limited opportunities है, तो उसमें शायद they can pull off a miracle or something because the players are new and these guys are going to try and regroup themselves after that having that particular tag of T20 World Cup champions Zimbabwe के बाद फिर अभी ये तो and playing at home more than that so they'll be looking forward to it. I wouldn't say exciting series one-sided, but then at the end of the day T20 is such a format that any team can win on that day, any team, so it makes an interesting contest. And Bangladesh is no less. I mean, they have a talented side, so they might pull off a surprise here and there. But मैं उसको इसको ऐसे देख रहा हूँ कि यार T20 वर्ल्ड कप है ना 2 साल में आता है. इट्स नॉट लाइक 50 ओवर वर्ल्ड कप कि 4 साल में एक बार आए. तो ये 2 साल में आता है एंड वी आर होस्टिंग इन 2026 एंड इट्स गोना बी अ बिग टूर्नामेंट. तो यहाँ से चैलेंज शुरू होता है सूर्य कुमार यादव का. अब यहाँ से कॉम्बिनेशन हमको धीरे धीरे पता लगेगा जितना हम होम सीरीज खेलेंगे, जितना हम देखेंगे मयंक यादव जैसे बॉलर्स को एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी या मे बी अ रियान पराग और मे बी अ संजू सैमसन स्टिल यंग. And the best part about T20 cricket is कि players like Sanju Samson, they might be getting older, but not that old if Rohit Sharma is playing till 37 T20 formats. So in that aspect, Sanju Samson is still young, so he can still vouch for himself to be part of that T20 World Cup in 2026. He may not have played the World Cup in USA West Indies. Maybe unfortunate. I mean, there was no place. Now he can look forward to. So individualistically, we can say
Hmm.
इनके लिए ज़्यादा stake पे है rather than fans or maybe analysts like us. We may not be exciting, but nevertheless, T20 cricket, any team plays, it's an exciting format, and I'm looking forward for an interesting game out there tomorrow.
No, yeah, absolutely. T20 it's a funny format. You never know which team can be the winner. But obviously, on paper, India is a very strong side. But Jamie, talking about on paper, what will be your probable 11? This is a probable 11 that we have put out. Do you sort of agree? Do you have any changes in mind according to this? Any specific player you would want to see playing in the 11 tomorrow?
No, I think this is as close as to the best 11 we could imagine. Like I said, एक ही opener है संजू सैमसन. पिछले बार जब खेले T20s 2 महीने पहले, he got 2 ducks in a row. One was a golden duck, but they've not picked another opener, and the fact that they picked him, I assume he'd be opening. Sky at 3, perfect. Riyan, हो सके रियान और शिवम दुबे में थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो जाए, because we saw that Dubey was sent at number 4 against Sri Lanka. Baki Hardik Pandya hai, Rinku hai, Sundar has to play. I hope he gets a long run. Bishnoi, my favorite young spinner. Arshdeep Singh तो है ही, और फिर Mayank Yadav. So इसके आगे ऐसा कौन से नाम है स्क्वाड में जो इन 11 प्लेयर को टक्कर दे पाएगी? I don't see any other option. This is very very good, and very glad to see that Mayank Yadav जैसे ही फिट हो गए NCA से, इनको एक चांस दे दिया. अब चांस दिया है तो ऑब्वियसली उनको खिलाएंगे. दे वोंट वेट एंड सी क्या होगा ना नेट्स में. सो आई थिंक दिस इज प्रॉब्ली द 11 फॉर टुमारो इन ग्वालियर.
Yeah, absolutely. And how's your thoughts on this probable 11 for the match tomorrow?
ये मैच विनिंग 11 है, ये विनिंग टीम है. I mean, Abhishek Sharma, just look at that Abhishek Sharma. Yeah, Sanju Samson, again, I mean, Sanju Samson has a lot. I mean, he has to prove himself when it comes to international cricket. आपका जगह बदलता रहता है. आप कभी मिडिल ऑर्डर रहते हो, कभी टॉप ऑर्डर रहते हो. So if you are getting an opportunity to bat up the order, so here you have to make a statement कि यार अब मुझे फिक्स कर दो. अब मैं यार ठीक है, ऋषभ पंत नहीं है शायद, मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ टेस्ट मैचेस अराउंड he's given rest, or maybe Ishan Kishan is not there. So this is a great opportunity for Sanju Samson, who got a double duck, as Jamie Bhai said earlier in the season, in the new season after the World Cup. So
Yeah.
again, this is a great opportunity to seal his place there, get some runs. Surya, of course, the captain. Beautiful lineup. Hardik Pandya, again, one talking point. Hardik Pandya will do wonders, I think, against Bangladesh. He's a champion player, obviously, against, with all due respect, it's Bangladesh, and then he has a
Yeah.
lot to get. And also, looking at in the context of big mega auction coming up. So anybody who makes runs over here, takes wickets over here, will make an immediate impact, because I mean, obviously they will be vouching. Also, the purse has increased, so they will be looking at 10 crores, 15 crores to be bought at maybe above 8 crores. So nobody would like to take that chance of going lazy in this particular series, because यार अगर रन्स नहीं करोगे, विकेट्स नहीं लोगे, तो आपको ऑक्शनर्स या
Hmm.
बिडर्स वो आप में इंटरेस्ट नहीं दिखाएंगे. तो किसको 10 करोड़, 12 करोड़, 15 करोड़ नहीं चाहिए, आप 20 करोड़. So everybody will be on the toes and will try to put up impressive show individualistically. Then obviously, if
Yeah.
individual performances come up, India will triumph. But overall, this is a beautiful side, a winning side, at least against Bangladesh, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like a winning side. But Jamie, we have been talking about Sanju Samson here, and I think the question that I'm about to ask you is something that we have asked before every series. Is this the last chance for Sanju Samson to put a mark? He is a World Cup winning, player, as we talked before the start of this live. He has a T20 World Cup to his name. It's a different story that he didn't get to play in the World Cup, but do you think this is a perfect opportunity? No other opener. You are the only one along with Abhishek Sharma. You have 3 matches, put on good scores in all 3 matches, a good century here and there will obviously, add around. Although there's a Gill, there's a Jaiswal, there's a Rishabh Pant sitting out. Do you think this is sort of a last chance for Sanju Samson to put a mark and say, I need to be a permanent member of this squad going forward?
No, I don't think it'll be the final chance. They will find a way to again pick him because I mean, you pick up any series in the last 5 years Sanju Samson has played, it's the same narrative. Is this the last time? He had the same question you asked. Remove the word Bangladesh and put Sri Lanka. He opened them. He was given two opening. He forward pressed to Mahesh Tikshana and he missed the ball. He was bowled first ball of India's innings. 2 days later, he cut the ball to point or short third man. So did he not have the same chance that time as well? He did. And yet again, here he is. Ishan Kishan remains sidelined. Jitesh Sharma won't open. So something about Sanju Samson, the Indian team, like afsos ki baat hai, like we discussed for the last, I think, at least 2.5 years is he made his T20 debut in 2015. 9 साल में 30 मैच खेले. Now there's two ways to look at this. 30 matches in 9 years means you've not been given a long run. Fair enough. And your batting is shuffle. But 9 years later, despite averaging 19 in this format, they keep going back to you. यानी कि बंदे के पास pull है selectors के पास. That's why I said he might get 2 more ducks. He will be there in the next couple T20 series because he has something the selector and the team management really, really value. I think a lot of us sitting here from the outside, we don't see it. Maybe he hits the ball brilliantly in the nets, but unfortunately, in T20s, he's averaging 19. I'll say it once again in case any viewers watching for the first time. India are playing Sanju Samson in the wrong format. He should be playing every single one-day match. He's also not been given a long run. He's played as many T20s as one days, but the numbers it's like two different players. It's Jekyll and Hyde. In T20s, he's averaging like 60. So in one day, he's averaging 60 at a strike rate of 101. In T20s, he's averaging 19. He's got 250s. So the numbers say, if you believe in numbers, if you believe in actual results as compared to how someone looks in the nets, then to me, the evidence says he should be playing T20s. You take tough calls to drop someone, you can fit in this guy, and he could serve you for 5 years. He could be at the 27 one-day World Cup doing fantastic things. Unfortunately, they're shunning him from the one days because they feel they've got the right 11 when they clearly haven't. They just lost to Sri Lanka 2-0, and they're finding a way to force him. And I don't think all three of us, if we all sat down and put our thinking caps on, we could come up with a definitive answer as to why, despite 9 years of inconsistency, he's the first name to be whenever Rishabh Pant is not around.
Yeah, absolutely, because this is a big question mark. And as I said, that before every series, this is something that we talk about. The series happens, another series comes up, another T20I series, squad is announced, Sanju is again there, and again we discuss the same thing. But Taush, do you think this is going to continue? As Jamie said that he will find a way, the team will anyhow find a way to have him in the squad every time, even if we have a full strength squad with Rishabh Pant and all the Jaiswals and Gills back in the mix. Do you think Sanju Samson will again find a way, or do you think this could be the last few chances that he's getting in the shortest format of the game?
Yeah, I'm wondering what the selectors are thinking. What exactly they have their plans when it comes to Sanju Samson. Are they looking at the future? Are they looking at one particular position? Are they, because your top order is already full. I mean, if you look at Yashasvi Jaiswal, if he returns, if you're looking at 2026, Yashasvi will be one of the fixed guys out there who's going to open with Abhishek Sharma, or maybe Ishan Kishan. He could be there in the top order if he returns to form. Suddenly, I mean, he's more as devastating as any other cricketer right now. But Sanju Samson, I'm wondering what happens to him when it comes to international cricket. I mean, yeah, ODI definitely. Jamie Bhai said he's got the numbers, but what happens in the T20 cricket, especially the way he delivers in the IPL, the way he dominates in the IPL, the way he puts up for Rajasthan Royals, he doesn't translate that success in T20 international format. Is international cricket? I don't know. It's surprising. I mean, he's got the shots, he's got the timing, but is it more mental aspect, or is it technically? I don't find anything technically he's lacking anywhere. Or maybe against spinners he has some problems, whether to play on the front foot or back foot, or whether to when the ball starts turning on sharply. So I think it's more of mental, and he needs to get stronger, because T20 cricket is more of, I mean, physical. Definitely physical aspect is very, very, very important. You have to be very fit out there to get those quick singles, to dive on the field, to be there on the to get the ball, not touch the boundaries. You have to be on the toes throughout. You need that kind of fitness. But Sanju Samson, I mean, he's played for Rajasthan Royals for a long time, and he's been a leader. He's been, I don't know. It's more about mental aspect rather than his batting or maybe fitness. So that is where he needs to realize. I mean, it's Sanju Samson who needs to realize that he's lucky enough to get opportunities, chances after chances, opportunities after opportunities, looking over the other guys, and then what is the position that the selectors are looking at Sanju Samson? That is one mystery, I would say. But let's see if he's able to seal that particular spot. Even if he does, I mean, and or maybe Yashasvi returns or whoever returns in the top order, will he be shifted down the order? That is something selectors will have to come out clearly, or maybe Captain Suryakumar Yadav, how he is going to use Sanju Samson.
Yeah, absolutely. How he's being used is a big question mark. But Jamie, we'll talk about another player here. Although he's not in the 11, I think that we have on our screen, but he's in the squad, and that is Varun Chakravarti. Now, this is a comeback of sorts. We all remember 2021. He came into the Indian team, was out of the Indian team. Gautam Gambhir being a KKR mentor, he likes Varun Chakravarti a lot as a spinner. Now he's back into the mix for the Indian T20I setup along with the likes of Ravi Bishnoi as a spinner. Your thoughts on Varun being in the squad, and do you think he has a chance of featuring in the 11 tomorrow?
Not tomorrow. I think probably if they wrap up the series 2-0, then maybe he might play that third match. Because look, he's all credit to him. He's done well in IPL and TNPL, so he's back on the sheer volume of success. But you have Ravi Bishnoi, who's been taking wickets for a long time, right? You have Washington Sundar, who's injury prone. So you go to the guys who've been doing this a bit longer, you know. So I would be very surprised if he starts tomorrow. If he does start tomorrow, then that's a clear sign that that Gautam Gambhir believes that this is a guy who, based on his IPL form, and let's face it, he's consistent in the IPL. He's a big match player, like Venki Iyer. He takes big wickets. He breaks partnerships. So there's a lot to like about Varun Chakravarti, but I don't think they should start with him. You start with the guys who've been doing the job a bit more. Otherwise, what message are you sending? Aray Bishnoi, tu saal bhar khelta hai, lekin ek Varun aa gaya. Sorry, yaar, we're putting you out. No, the guy bowled. Yes, he bowls at one expensive over, 18, 19, 20 overs, but he's a wicket taker. And T20 is all about taking wickets. So I think Varun Chakravarti will play, but not the first match tomorrow.
Yeah, but you are happy with the inclusion of Arun in the squad, that he
If
has
you've
been.
rested, if you've rested Kuldeep, if you've rested Akshar, and there's no other young spinner coming through, and you want to go back to him based on success, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But those, as Varun Chakravarti, if you put yourself in his shoes, you know that there are certain players who have been rested, and because of that, I've been given this chance again, this sort of a recall into the Indian team. How would you approach if you get a chance? How would you approach? Because maybe even my performances won't be enough because there's a Kuldeep Yadav sitting out, and he will any day come back, take my position along with Ravi Bishnoi. Or do you try to be better than the second spinner, that is Ravi Bishnoi or Washington Sundar, in the 11? How would you approach a T20I game in this sort of a situation?
No, this is a very tricky situation right now. I mean, I think Varun got this opportunity all because of the IPL, whatever Gautam Gambhir has seen him, and he has all the confidence, and he might get
Yeah.
opportunity sooner than later. I would say, because I mean, we are again. I would say that we are looking at 2026 T20 World Cup, and Gautam Gambhir. I mean, he was not the coach out there. It was Rahul Dravid who won the trophy. So Gautam Gambhir as coach would look to win that particular T20 trophy World Cup. I mean, because
Mm,
2027 he won't be looking right now immediately. 2026 is immediate before that Champions Trophy. So here, it's in these conditions that Varun
mm,
Chakravarti has been successful, and he serves at that as that particular mystery spinners. And mystery spinners are somebody, they are very very effective when it comes to wicket taking. They are not like obviously not unpredictable, but they are economical as well. So I think it's Gautam Gambhir's idea to have him in the squad and to have him for the future 2026. He's looking at Varun Chakravarti as one of the match winners. Whatever he did for KKR, Kolkata Knight Riders, he did wonders with Sunil Naren. But here, I think this as Varun, he shouldn't look beyond anything else. Yeah, nor 2026, nor Kuldeep Yadav, nor he should be whatever opportunity he gets, just get going. I mean, he should enjoy his bowling, get those wickets, try to be more economical, because you never know when the opportunity arises. He can look at the case of Sanju Samson. Despite failing, he keeps getting opportunities. So he's also lucky that the coach of the team has been the mentor of KKR. So he has the liking and the backing of coach Gautam Gambhir. So he shouldn't be like freely give away those runs, take not and don't take wickets and all. That is not the liberty. But here he can be at least assured, if he's not getting wickets, he can be economical. If he's not economical, at least get some wickets. Should enjoy his game. And I mean, I think he'll be part of that 2026, part of that 2026 World Cup squad, because
Yeah.
Gautam Gambhir sees him as the one of the match winners. I think in the near future when India hosts that World Cup, and it's going to be a very he's going to play a crucial role, because most of them. I mean, yeah, Aksar is going to be there as an all-rounder definitely, but Kuldeep and Bishnoi question mark remains, because both are rest winners. So they are going to have they want to. I think Gautam wants to have that particular match winner, the mystery spinner, and Varun Chakravarti.
Yeah, absolutely. He can play a big part, but then again, his performances will have to speak for itself in the upcoming T20Is. But Jamie, there's one more position I want to talk about, and that is the opening. We talked about Sanju Samson, but if you are Abhishek Sharma, now you have a Yashasvi Jaiswal sitting out. You have a Shubman Gill who is a vice captain, so you won't sit out Shubman Gill after announcing him as the vice captain. Even though I believe you believe that vice captain in these sort of formats, it's just for the sake of it. But a Gill out, a Jaiswal out, a Ishan Kishan potential opener, one down, a backup opener sitting out. अभिषेक शर्मा ने जिम्बाब्वे में सेंचुरी मारी, उनको श्रीलंका की सीरीज में मौका नहीं मिला. यू हैड जायसवाल एंड गिल ओपनिंग इन टू मैचेस एंड जायसवाल एंड संजू सैमसन ओपनिंग इन वन मैचेस. सो ओपनिंग कॉम्बिनेशन इंडिया का क्या है? क्या अभिषेक शर्मा की परफॉर्मेंसेस कुछ मैटर करेंगी, और डू यू थिंक इंडिया विल स्टिक विद जायसवाल एंड गिल नो मैटर व्हाट Abhishek does, no matter what Sanju Samson does on the field? I'm talking about the preferable first 11 India ki T20 whenever they play a major T20I series or a World Cup. Will it be always Gill at Jaiswal, or do you think Abhishek can make way through? अब या तो जायसवाल को आप बिठाओ या गिल की वाइस कैप्टनसी वापस लो और उनको बिठाओ. How do you see this panning out?
I don't see them dropping Jaiswal and Gill or resting Jaiswal and Gill, only because there's still 2 years to go. In 2 years, it's too irrelevant to have these talks. 2 years is a long time. You start planning for a T20 World Cup 1 year before. If you're Indian team, you start planning 6 months before. तो अभी 1.5 साल तक ये लोग कुछ भी करेंगे, हमको ये देख के झेलना पड़ेगा. It's just too soon. By that same logic, as you said, yes, he didn't score in the other 4 matches, but he got a fantastic 41, 42 ball 100. So he should have been on the flight to Sri Lanka, but he was not. No?
Yeah.
I'm glad he's the only specialist opener in this squad. Samson is not a specialist opener. Nobody else is specialist opener. So there's room to experiment. I'm glad that he's picked. But again, 250s and a 30, will it matter? No, because the next time you see India play T20s, it will be Jaiswal and Gill. And as I said, that's something we have to just accept, only because kind of the T20 World Cup is not in Feb, March, April, May, June. It's in 2026. बहुत time hai.
Yeah, but what will be your preferable as of now? What will be your preferable opening combination? Ideal आपके पास सब available है. कौन दो openers आपके T20I में होंगे इस time?
Abhishek Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal. ये मैं IPL से कह रहा हूँ. But that's why I'm sitting here talking to you guys and not picking the squad. Now, they'll go for Gill, जो कि clearly दिखता है कि उनका सबसे weakest format T20s है. But they'll go with Gill because he's a very good test player and he's a very good one-day player. So, and he's a senior player. Now he's got more experience and that's how it works. Now, if you're scoring in 2 of 3 formats, you end up getting a chance in all 3 formats. That's why Samson is not a regular. That's why Ishan Kishan not a regular. That's why Gaikwad is not a regular. Because when they get their chances, they don't grab it, the way a Jaiswal did or the way a Shubman Gill did. A year and a half ago, we were saying, yaar, pata nahi, yaar, ye Shubman Gill khel pata T20. But they're all said and done, he got 123 not out against New Zealand, So it's about grabbing your chances. And unfortunately, the others just haven't grabbed that chance.
Yeah, absolutely fair enough. Taus, your take on the opening combination here. As Jamie said that even though they will pick Jaiswal and Gill, but he prefers Abhishek Sharma and Jaiswal to open. What are your thoughts on India's opening combination, and what would be your ideal opening combination as of now? Let's not talk about future because time changes, form changes. As of now, आपके दो opener कौन होंगे इंडिया के लिए T20?
Yeah, I was just looking at the FTP till the World Cup 2020 World Cup. India has, including three games, they have 26 matches to experiment. So, which is
Hmm.
quite a huge number, 26 matches. So, yeah, but definitely, I mean, there are some away matches, there are some home matches. So, obviously, you'll define from home matches exactly the experiments, whatever you're going to try to do. So it's the home matches experiment are going to be more, performances, home performances will be more impactful than the outside because obviously it's happening here in India and Sri Lanka, or Sri Lanka. So combination, I would say, Abhishek Sharma has got this one wonderful opportunity again. I mean, he was dropped in the Sri Lanka series. He should have got opportunity, but then that's how the thing is. That's how the pool is. That's how the big pool is. That's why. I
Hmm.
mean, there is huge competition out there when it comes to being there in the Indian team. Huge pool. There are some, it's a long queue. So some players will have to bear the brunt of, despite performing, they'll have to sit out. They'll be asked to sit out. They'll have to wait for their own chances. uh, for now, I mean, if you look at this particular combination, I mean, Abhishek Sharma again, Jimmy I said he's a specialist opener, and it's a good thing that he can keep on doing what he does, what he enjoys doing actually. Sanju Samson again, there is room for replacements, or maybe he can change his position, or maybe selectors might ask him to. But yeah, once Yashasvi returns, I mean, this would look deadly combination. I mean, if you look at Abhishek Sharma and Jaiswal opening the innings, doesn't matter if it's a lefty, both are left-handers. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
necessary to go with because we have seen Australia going with two left-handers a lot of times, and we have seen how devastating they have been. Warner
Yeah.
and the Darcy Choice and the other openers.
Head.
So I
Travis
think
Head.
that will give a great look to Indian team, more dominant if two attacking openers start the play, and this is how T20 cricket is played here. I mean, Shubman Gill is still. I mean, he's a beautiful looking batsman. He's a touch player. He enjoys those punches, back foot punches, and the cover tries. But then he's not as dominating, attacking like a Abhishek Sharma or a Yashasvi Jaiswal. I mean, where strike rate matters. I think it should be Abhishek Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Rest,
Yeah. Your two
yeah,
openers. Your
rest,
two
yeah,
openers.
this guy,
Yeah.
yeah, the rest, Shuman might come change his position, but there is a long way because I mean we are still considering. So this is the time for Abhishek, I think, to enjoy his game here, get those runs, and he might be dropped in the future, but then he can still enjoy because he's lucky. Yeah, I mean you can see the queue, the number of people standing out there. At least they're not
Yeah.
getting chances. At least this guy's got a
Uh,
chance and opportunity.
Absolutely. The
Just
list. The
happy
list
and score
goes.
runs.
The
Yeah.
list is long. There's a Ruturaj Gaikwad waiting out there. There's a lot of players waiting out there. But we have a comment here. Ravi Shankar has given his playing 11. अभिषेक शर्मा, वॉशिंगटन सुंदर. इसी के साथ रवि शंकर ने एक और कमेंट है जिसमें उन्होंने पूछा है कि क्या वॉशिंगटन सुंदर ओपन कर सकते हैं बिकॉज ही कैन स्कोर क्विक फायर रन्स इन पावर प्ले ओवर्स. बाकी उनकी 11 आप देख सकते हैं स्क्रीन पे. जिमी, डू यू थिंक वॉशिंगटन सुंदर कैन ओपन द इनिंग्स अलोंग? इज इट अ गुड आइडिया? You're on mute. Jimmy, you're on mute.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say that he cannot. But again, would you be doing it for one match, two matches? It doesn't make sense, right? Can he? Yes. Will he? No. Should he? No. Because you've got to pick guys for specialist roles. If he was a regular opener, or if he was used as a pinch hitter by his IPL franchise, or as or even for Tamil Nadu on a regular basis, I'm saying if there was a sample size of him, 15 innings, 25 innings in a row where he'd done something, I would say yes. But right now, I think the fact that they've gone back to Samson, despite that very, very unflattering average of 19, probably he would bat. And again, if you play Washington Sundar, like Ravi Shankar has mentioned here, you play Sundar, then you've reshuffled your whole batting. I know Sky has done some fantastic things on number 4, but I would want Sky batting at number 3. So then
Yeah.
just by trying to experiment with Washington Sundar, what you've done is you've disbalanced the whole 11. So maybe they do it, but I don't think it'll happen because it's a very short term thinking. It's like एक दो मैच की thinking. क्या ये आप उनको 2 साल बाद T20 World Cup में opener के तौर पे ले जाओगे? If yes, then you start doing it. But I think we all know he's not going to open very often.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And we have one last comment before we end this slide.
And there
Sports
is no
fantasy
need
look.
to.
Yeah,
Just hold
yes,
on. There is no need to exactly experiment. I mean, why do you need Samson when, see, there is a time or there are situations when you need a pinch hitter, when you know things are not working, when the openers are not clicking. That is when you start experimenting. Here, there is no need. You have a batter, you have a Sanju Samson who's going to open, you have Abhishek Sharma, and you have Bangladesh in the opposition. So here, do you need an experiment right now? Do you need? I mean, is there a kind of situation where the wicket is going to be very very different from like where we need Sanju Washington Sundar suddenly open the innings.
yeah,
Yeah, again, Jamie by whatever said, ki it will completely put the team off balance and won't look good. Also, I mean, it doesn't look good when you promote an all rounder who's been playing over the in the middle order or maybe lower middle order over the years, and suddenly you see
yeah.
openers being sidelined. It's unfair too on that aspect.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll have to wait and see. Well, Ravi Shankar has this playing 11, and he believes Sundar should open, which is fair enough. He has his own playing 11. Sports fan is saying looking forward to seeing Nitish Reddy in 11 since he would be proper backup for Hardik in future. That's the only backup we are missing at the moment. Dubey bowling can't be relied upon. Taus, do you agree that Nitish Reddy is the future and he's the only backup we have of Hardik Pandya at the moment?
I don't know. I would love to see if he can deliver the same. I mean, what Hardik Pandya has done. Hardik Pandya, you're talking about Hardik Pandya, yaar. He's done it, yaar. He's
Yeah,
done it for a long time. I mean, yeah, at least in the IPL and then for Team India, whatever he's done, he's a strong power hitter, yaar. He may look thin, he may look, may not look stronger or bulkier like a Ben Stokes or maybe Andrew Flintoffs or any other Jack Callis, but then this guy has been super when it comes to at least limited overs cricket. I wish he played Test cricket also. I wish he had that fitness, or maybe if he was not injury prone, he would have played longer in all formats. But then that is how it is. Too much cricket happening, and then it puts burden on the body of an all rounder if he plays throughout the if he plays franchise cricket, and then other pressures. Nitish Reddy, I would see, I'm not expecting much. I want to see how he performs, whether he can compete with Hardik Pandya, whether he can be as impactful, whether he can deliver those 140s regularly, and those or maybe hit those sixes at will, like how Hardik does. He's strong. Then also Hardik was outstanding in the outfield. So that three aspect, 3D aspect, definitely Hardik Pandya has. But then I am waiting for if to see if Nitish Reddy gets an opportunity and if he delivers the same way like what Hardik has done starting from Mumbai Indians till now for India and other
yeah,
teams. But
yeah.
Shivam Dube, I think Shivam Dube again there will be a debate. But now that we are playing 2026 in India, you will see a lot of Shivam Dube in home matches at least, and you will see him rolling arms because uh, those WW cutters will be helpful on these kind of wickets.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shivam Dube is a World Cup champion. He has a World Cup to his name. But we'll have to wait and see. ये थी probable 11. Its live says it was a special preview for the T20I series between India and Bangladesh. कल पहला T20I खेला जाएगा कहाँ पे? ग्वालियर में. ग्वालियर में 14 साल बाद क्रिकेट लौट रहा है. Last time when India played in Gwalior, well, world cricket saw its first ever double hundred in white ball cricket. It was the great man Sachin Tendulkar. उसके बाद पहली बार इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट लौटा है ग्वालियर में और नए स्टेडियम में खेला जाएगा T20I. So we'll be there. Thank you so much, South. Thank you so much, Jamie, for connecting with us. Hopefully, we'll have a firework, a great T20I match tomorrow between the two teams, the youngsters of Indian cricket, Abhishek Sharma and everybody, putting their best foot forward, scoring a lot of runs, bowlers taking wickets, and we'll get to talk more in detail about these individual performances, about the team performances tomorrow. And we'll see you tomorrow before the match, after the match, and we'll talk about the T20I cricket of Team India after the Test cricket and before the next test series. Thank you so much, Jamie. Thank you so much, South. Thank you so much to all our viewers for connecting with us. Please do subscribe to the Cricket Next YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon. Follow us across all our social media platforms. तब तक के लिए अपना ख्याल रखिए and have a very good night.